Title: Midair Squeeze. JetBlue and private jet dance a dangerous waltz in Boston sky. TLDR, brace yourselves, aviation nerds. An intense airborne near-miss between a JetBlue aircraft and a rogue private Learjet took place earlier this year in Boston. The audacious Learjet apparently thought air traffic rules were more like guidelines than actual rules and zoomed off without getting the green signal. In the icy February air, a heart-stopping howdy-do took place midair over Logan International Airport when the private jet, with a case of wanderlust, decided to have a surprise rendezvous with a JetBlue passenger plane. The photo, now making rounds on the internet, was released by the NTSB, National Transportation Safety Board. Both planes escaped a catastrophic bump by the skin of their teeth. It was a classic case of look before you leap, but at 10,000 feet. The said Learjet, typically the domain of the high-flying elite, took off without air traffic control's go-ahead. Here's where we stop and say, I mean, come on, you wouldn't start driving before the light turns green, would you? The incident brings up a buffet of questions about air safety, communication, and accountability. As more people board flights post-pandemic, and as air traffic begins to look like an LA freeway at rush hour, are we keeping a close enough eye on air safety? Just think about it. As you recline in your economy class seat, munching on pretzels and watching the latest Marvel movie, would you be at all prepared for an announcement like, ladies and gentlemen, please prepare for an unscheduled midair waltz with a Learjet? This leads us to the big question, how do we avoid this airborne version of Russian roulette? Perhaps we need better technology, or maybe just more stringent enforcement of existing regulations. Then again, should private jets have more lenient rules, or should commercial airlines bear the brunt of regulation? No matter how we slice it, this is a call for increased vigilance and better regulatory enforcement. But, should that burden fall on airlines, airports, or the passengers themselves? Before we end, let's circle back to that image, the image that shows how close we came to a disaster. It reminds us of the fine line between safety and chaos in our increasingly crowded skies. And now, for the big finale, we want to ask you, dear readers, in this brave new world of aviation, who do you think should be responsible for maintaining air safety? The airlines? Airports? Regulatory authorities? Or should we all bear a piece of the responsibility pie? Disclaimer, this article doesn't provide safety advice and is for informational purposes only. For safety concerns, consult with appropriate aviation authorities. Note, no matter how fun this story might seem, safety in aviation is a serious matter. This event thankfully didn't result in any catastrophe. Always respect air traffic rules and guidelines to ensure the safety of all.